In addition to all the new features we've been seeing in Evernote, they're now giving us more and more control over how we set everything up. The latest is you can remove a thumbnail image from your notes. We'll talk about that. Plus, we'll answer a viewer question from a person who's concerned about what happens if Evernote goes away or gets too expensive. We'll deal with those matters as well. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards, a certified Evernote expert. Now, in addition to that certification, I participate in calls with the Evernote folks. That gives me the opportunity to learn more about what's new and what is changing. And I like to share that information with you. So if you go inside of Evernote and you look at your note list, you will see a thumbnail image if, in fact, that note has an image in it. I guess the idea behind that was it'll help you recognize what's inside the note. Now, I've never really been able to figure out why you need that, and I'll tell you why in a bit, or even how those images are chosen if there's a lot of images in the note. All I know is up to now, we couldn't choose how to deal with those thumbnail images. But Evernote is now giving us control to turn on or off that feature. Here's the announcement you get when this feature is downloaded to your desktop. Now you can remove the thumbnails. You see the little thumbnails here? And that will make your notes look cleaner. If you notice here, there are some notes that have no images in them, and obviously then they have no thumbnail. I like this look better because this image is just way too small to be very meaningful to me. So here's how you do it. If you right click on one of the notes in your notebook, you will get this drop down menu. And if you look down here, it will say remove thumbnail. You click that and the thumbnail is gone. If you want to restore the thumbnail, you can do that here as well. You have one other way of doing it. You can come over to these three dots for the note that you're in, and you can remove the thumbnail here. I've always said this feature would be better if we could choose the images that we wanted in here, because if you have multiple images in here, you want to maybe choose which one you want to be in your thumbnail. And you still can't do that. Also, I wish these images were bigger because, at least to my eye, it's very difficult to figure out what this image really is. Can't do that either, but at least now you can turn them on and off. On one of my Evernote calls, and in a social media post, Federico Simonata, the head of Evernote, said they're working to give us more flexibility like that. I'm looking forward to that day. So moving on, I got a question from a viewer that I want to respond to. It's from Chris, who says, Chris, I'm not sure if that's male or female, is from just outside of London. Great to hear from you, Chris. Chris is scared to commit to Evernote because, as Chris puts it, what happens if Evernote is sold again and is shut down? Or what if they raise their prices beyond what I can afford? I actually get a lot of questions like this, so I want to share why I am not concerned. So, of course, that Evernote has probably millions of users all around the world. So, if the company is sold at some point in the future, and I want to make it clear, I've never even heard any rumors about that. Whoever buys it, I can't imagine investing that kind of money just to shut down this important asset, which is so popular with users. I guess there's all sorts of theories about that, but I'm not concerned about that. Look, when Bending Spoons bought Evernote, you didn't see them try to shut it down. In fact, arguably, they've been making it better over time. So don't worry. I mean, if the worst would possibly happen, you could get your data out if you need to. In fact, you can do that right now. It's not the easiest process in the world, but you have access to all your data. You can export it into other apps if you're concerned. Now, what about price concerns? Well, I mean, I don't personally envision Evernote jacking up the price to the point where people would there'd be a mass exodus. Some people note that when Evernote raised its prices the last time, a lot of people threatened to leave. I know some people like that. A few of them have even come back because they found that they can't replace many of the features in Evernote and they want to use the new features in Evernote. But let's say the price gets exorbitant. Again, you can export your data if you want it. But I'd like to also think about a parallel. I use Microsoft Word. In fact, I have thousands of notes in that format. The cost to buy Word has gone up over the years, and I've never really worried about what if Microsoft wanted to shut down Word or dramatically increase the price. That service to have my notes in Microsoft Word is so valuable to me that, and I hope Microsoft is not listening, I'm going to pay it. If I really was worried about that, I'd be saving all my notes in a text file, so that I could export it into any kind of program that I want. But I'm not worried about Microsoft Word going out of business or making it too expensive that I would want to give up on it. And I think the same applies to Evernote. I've never worried about these questions about Evernote. You're welcome to do so if you want, but personally, I don't think it's something you really need to fear. Of course, as I always say, your mileage may vary.